Hello everyone, this is JR. I have some cards I would like to get graded. I've sent cards in to get graded once back in 2000 to Beckett. I didn't know what I was doing. I got a few nines, but I got some really bad grades too. I didn't inspect the cards really. Just looked at it by my eyes and was like, okay, let's give it a shot. Obviously, yeah, a shot. Obviously, we know now a lot more of what we can do to make sure the cards don't come back, really low. Make it worth your while. So I watched a lot of videos, saw how other people do it, and this is my first time attempting it. And I'll show you what I'm trying to send in, what my game plan is, and hopefully I do it right. I'm not expecting 10s, but what I'm trying to do is not get anything lower than a 9 back. So I'm only doing some of the higher end cards at the moment. Leia's here to help me, even though she will not actually be putting her fingers on the card. Leia, are you here to help me?
Okay.
Okay. So obviously these are high end cards, so obviously I don't want to take the chance on her grabbing them or whatnot. So the cards I have going that I want to send in is Patrick Mahomes, Donruss rookie, the Optic rated rookie, another Optic rated rookie, the Panini, whatever this is, it's Optic, it's an insert, 2 p.m., and the rookie introduction to Leia. No, you can't do that. You can sit here, but you can't be crazy. And then this insert here. So, I haven't really looked at conditions yet. I was kind of looking at value, what they're worth, and I don't know who I'm going to send them to yet. I want to send them to PSA. You know, they just doubled, I think almost doubled the price on the 10-day. I think it's like $120 per card. I'm hearing different things, different places. SGC is an option. Doesn't command as much money, but at least I'll get my cards back relatively soon. I don't know yet. I just don't know. HGA is a new company. They have really cool looking slabs, and they're selling really well right now. But there's very few on the market, and they're still selling well. That could easily change. There's already been a few that have slipped through the cracks where people are like, no, this isn't the grade it says it is. One was a Jerry Rice rookie card that came back a 9, and you could see obvious edge damage. And that's someone like me that doesn't do the grading thing. And, I could see it with my bare, just looking right at it. And it graded the edges at an 8.5. Everything else got a 9.5. I didn't really look at it in detail. And, of course, with pictures and video, it's hard to tell anything. Same here. I'm trying to make sure, it's going to be harder. You guys might not be able to see exactly what I see. And I don't really know what I'm looking for. Like, I kind of do by watching other videos. But I just want to see how it goes. PSA, like I said, I think it's $120. It's 10-day service, but from what I'm hearing, they're 5 weeks out. So I send my cards in tomorrow. I won't see them for 7 or 8 weeks, almost 2 months. And it's not like I need the money back right away. I plan on selling one of these optics if I send it in to get graded. If I don't think I'm going to get a high enough grade on any of these, I'm not going to send them in. I pick these based off of value, based on how much they're worth, how much they're selling for. And I have some other cards that might be good contenders for the same thing. But I didn't want to get crazy and spend a ton of money grading, because I really don't have a ton of money to grade cards unless I can get some of that money back. And I was kind of hoping to sell one of these optics to make up for it, because I'll probably keep one of the optics and keep the Donruss as long as I'm sending them in to get graded. Patrick Mahomes cards are actually slightly going down from what I'm seeing. Probably not winning the Super Bowl or whatnot, but we're also not in football season. It's hard to predict. I have a ton of.
Christmas card.
Yeah, it's a Christmas card. Yeah. So we'll go from there. So we'll start with our Donruss one. Get your hands back. No, I said don't touch. So obviously I'm in a top loader here. you're gonna see all the top loaded mess ups and stuff. So obviously I'm gonna take it out of the top loader. I have this light here that I bought. I'll kind of show it off. I got it from Amazon. I got a little magnifying glass that takes batteries. I figured there's no point in having it out because I have this thing out, and I can go over it again with the magnifying glass after the video, because it's gonna be hard to pick up anything with the video. So anyway, so I kind of got off the subject with the grading. I can go to SGC for 10 days. Sounds like they're caught up. And that's at about $65 a card, a 10-day service. SGC doesn't sell as well. So that's an issue. And I haven't looked up SGC Mahomes rookies, but that is definitely an option. And in the HGA, it's an option, but it's kind of not an option. It's kind of scary. It is $50 a card for 10-day service. You get your cards back fast, but you have to be, when you go online, they only open up submissions for certain parts of the day. So you have to get on there, you go into a virtual waiting room, if you've ever bought tickets online for sporting events. And if you get picked, then you can you put in your info or whatnot. So there's no guarantee I can ship these off tomorrow and get them, get them right away. You might be sitting on them at your house for I don't know how long. It could be days, it could be weeks. So maybe it is better for me just to sit on the PSA and let them sit there for a long, long time. Is it worth it to pay the $300 service or whatever? I don't know. I doubt it. They'd have to come back tens to be worth that. Yeah, that's my hand. Yeah, look at my hands are garbage.
I see
Yes. So I don't know. I kind of don't know what to do at the moment. But I figured, what's the point in worrying about it if you don't even know if these cards will grade out well? So, yeah. So, I don't think any of these are pack pulled. I bought all these in 2017. Probably in a lot. I would say maybe they were picked through already. But this is before Mahomes took off. This is before the prices took off. We're talking like week 1, week 2 of the 2018 season. So, before the MVP, before the Super Bowl, before all the numbers really started to add up. So, we'll see. So, okay. And I'm going to try to do this the best I can. First time doing it, obviously. I have this little cloth here. I have several of these I bought off Amazon. I have one here for wiping. You'll see my hands are clean, but they're dry and look horrible. That's just how my hands look. So we're going to start with the Donruss. I'm not going to lie, I'm really nervous about all this. Only because of the high value of these cards. It'd suck if it's a 10, and then now it's a 6 because I messed it up. So here we are in our sleeve. Obviously, I'm going to take the sleeve off. And I'm just going to set it down right now. Alright, so I will get the camera up to the magnifying glass. It's not going to see much at the moment. But obviously, everyone knows you're looking for edges, corners. I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick wipe. So let me move my camera here. So what I'm going to do is hold the edge down. And I'm just going to wipe lightly. I don't know if anything needs to be wiped. Maybe I shouldn't be wiping it. I'm going to wipe away from the edges and corners. Then use this edge. This is just hold the card down. Do not touch. Get your hand back, Leia. I'll let you play after a while. Of course, having Leia here kind of makes me a little bit more nervous, but it is what it is. We'll set that there. Something I've noticed about this fabric cloth is the underside of it's picking up a bunch of little dust mites off my desk. Okay, so I'm going to pick the card up, and I'm going to start looking at corners first. And I don't know the best way to pick it up, so I'm going to pick it up like that. And let's get the camera up here. So bottom left corner, which we're going to do here. I'm not going to change hands yet. And look at the surface, look at the edges, look at the centering. But right now, I'm just looking at edges and corner, which I can't see because I'm actually looking at it through the camera with my big finger on the camera. And I can kind of look at those edges there. So let me set the camera down. And I'll actually look. That's not right. There's specks of stuff on there. So I need to do a wipe again, but I'm going to do it after I am done here. So I think the hardest part for me is looking at centering on modern cards, because it's not so obvious, it's not so cut and dry. And I'm not trying to be biased. And they say a lot of people are really biased on their own cards. I don't want to be biased at all. I don't want to sit and pretend like this card is definitely better than other cards. I don't see any issues. And maybe that's because this is my first time doing it. Maybe I'm not knowing what to pick up on. The surface, it's kind of hard to tell if there's a tiny scratch. Or if it's part of the jersey. So let's see if I can bring it up. Whoop. So I can't pick it up on camera, but there's some white spots. It's down and to the right of the 5. It looks like a scratch. And it is really hard for me. It's hard for me to see, and it's a lot harder to pick it up on camera. And it's the tiniest little thing, and I guess I could touch it. I can't tell. And that's the other thing that kind of sucks too, depending on who I send it to. You know, some of them don't break down the grade on what's wrong with it. So, it's hard to tell. It kind of looks like it could be part of the jersey, like a fold in the jersey. And I don't know if I can... I can't really get it to show. And it's really hard to see, man. It really is difficult, even with this thing. So I kind of see what people are doing there. There's a white dot on the pants. And it's not really picking up on camera. And that white dot right above the Nike symbol, you can kind of see it. Can't tell if that's actually on his pants in real life on the card. And like I said, it looks like a scratch. That tiny, tiny scratch or two. Or it's a fold in the jersey. I can't tell. So I'm going to flip it over. In the back being a darker color, you're going to be able to see the corners a little better. And the edges and the centering, because it's more squared off. Looks maybe off slightly top to bottom. And sorry about the camera angles, there's just no easy way to do this. I might kind of have to do this on my own, like, I mean, I can't tell. The surface on the back, to me, looks good. The corners seem to look good. There's like the tiniest bit of white showing on one, and it looks like it's actually the actual corner. And that's where it gets kind of dicey, is I don't know what they're looking for, per se. And I I don't want to sleeve this back up and then do this all over again. I really don't. There seems to be a lot of stuff on my desk, like card residue and stuff that seems to be getting everywhere. It's not sticking to the card, but at the same time, I don't want to send it in. So really, my biggest concern on this card is that scratch, if it's a scratch. To the back here. I think I'm going to go ahead and sleeve this up and call this one good. My gut instinct says this is going to be a 9. And I can tell you also with the magnifying glass, being my first time using it, you put your fingers near the card, it definitely kind of gives you your hands are way closer to it than you think. It's like looking at a mirror in your car. So my prediction for this Mahomes is a 9. I want a 10. I can't tell on that little scratch, and I can show you on the camera better. I can't get it to pop up. And I need to pay attention to how people pick their cards up off of these off of a felt thing. So I got it back in, and see if I can pull it back. Whoop. So it's, yeah, I can't pick it up. It seems like there might be a scratch halfway down underneath the 5, but no matter how close I get with the camera, I can't really pick it up. So that's kind of what I was afraid of. But let me put this card away. I'm going 9. Put the card away somewhere where the kids can't reach it. Let me shake out my felt. So, where'd what go? No, you went upstairs. Go hunt her down. So one thing about the black cloth is if you got stuff on your cloth, you can definitely see it. Alright, so I did not think this video was going to take this long, considering I've only done one card. But, so next on the docket here is one of these optic Patrick Mahomes cards. Look at my, I can magnify it now. My top loaders are dusty, and I don't know if I put these in dirty top loaders when I got them, because they've been in top loaders since the day I got them. I wanted a PC Patrick Mahomes in 2018, like early on, when I got these. And stupid me was more interested in Kareem Hunt. So, and I don't know, at the time I knew nothing about football cards. So here is our Donruss optic. Let's get this in the mirror here. So there is specks of dust on the card, and there might be one on the mirror. I can't tell. Yeah, there's one on the mirror. You can see it on the football. Something's happening there. Anyway, corners, edge, centering, blah, blah, blah. Let's bring it up a little closer. Let's bring this up a little closer. I'm actually looking through the camera right now. I'm not going to pick up much. That means you guys aren't going to pick up much. I don't know if you guys watch this video, if you can actually zoom in. I can actually zoom in with the camera, but I only have 2 hands here. So, let me take a look. So, I'm comparing this to the Donruss card. I think that's a scratch on that Donruss card, because I'm not seeing that same. That is either a scratch to me or a like a fold in the jersey. And I'm not seeing it on this, and this is the exact same picture. But just so everyone knows, I washed my hands before. I let them fully dry before I got crazy. This looks good to me. And I'm not trying to be biased. I'm not hoping. I don't want to waste money. I don't want to send these in and get 8s. I only want 9s or higher. And there's definitely, I don't think there's any way possible that I can start picking out 10s. There's a speck on the card. Are you kidding me? It came off. How? I shouldn't have done that, but there was a little white speck on the card, and it must have been something physical. I see a little flaking on the back. And this is kind of where I'm dicey too, because I don't know how much a little flaking, and I say a little, it's really small, but I don't know how much that will affect an entire grade. I don't know if a 10 becomes a 9 over the flaking, or if a 10 becomes an 8 over the flaking. That's just something I don't know, and this is kind of why I want to do this. Man, I really don't want to get burned on money, though. And I see it happen all the time. Grading is subjective. So, look at NFLPA. Go straight down to the edge. Sorry, my fingers are on there. That's holding up the phone. But there's a little white showing there. I don't know how much that helps. I say helps. It's not going to help anything. I don't know how much something like that. If let's just assume everything else on the card is perfect, how much will that affect it? And it is flaking. It is not. There's nothing on the card. I don't know if people blow on cards. Is that a thing? Get my camera or my glass dusted up. So the first card I was worried about the scratch. This card I'm worried about the. I just touched it really hard. It is the little loss right down there, that little spot. That's my concern with this card. I can't predict. I'm hoping. I don't know. I'd say a 9. But if that one spot, it depends on how much that one spot affects the entire card. That went in the sleeve really nicely. Of course, I'm nervous about the sleeves. When I sleeve cards, I'm always in a big hurry. In this case, I'm not. So also, I do a lot of videos, like all in the same day. I don't get much time off to do videos, especially with the kids. So like, this video was supposed to come out later, but I kind of want to hurry up and get this stuff sent in if it's possible. And I kind of want opinions if anyone has opinions. Because this is, for whatever reason, it's a really hard decision for me. So here's the next one. I was getting ready to pull it out. Obviously, with the top loader, you're getting all kinds of scratches and crap. Okay. And you know, if these cards came out 8s, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I was kind of hoping to sell one to recoup the money that I'm spending on getting them graded. Anything less than that, to me, is just a waste of money. Even really, I really don't want to grade cards unless they're at least a 9. And I'm sure everyone feels that way. And I don't know if I have the eye for it. Hence why I bought the magnifying glass. Why I'm kind of doing this online for any tips or anything like that. Because I would like some graded cards. I have a lot of cards that I think would be awesome to get graded. I just want to make sure that they get what I want them to, get what they deserve to get. And I can get those hits just right. There's a lot of people, at least by talk, that get these that has the eye for it. And I want to develop the eye for it, not to turn around and make money, but I really don't have the time to do that kind of stuff. And the people that go on eBay to buy cards to grade, there's so many times that cards, you just can't get good pictures. Especially when it comes to Surface. Surface, it seems to be the one thing that everyone misses out on. So this card already looks different to me. There's it's not picking up. Well, it kind of picks up right there, right where the light is on the left-hand side. It's on the border. There's it looks like a scratch right above the lighting there. I don't know if anyone can see that. But that wasn't on the last card. It kind of looks like some color discoloration. And I don't know. I don't know how much that might affect it. So as of right now, that's what I've come across. There might be a little indentation up by his head. And I'll bring the camera up and try to show that. Alright, so let's see if I can pick this up. I don't know if I can. So, up on top of his head, at his hairline, slightly above it, it almost looks like 2 strings of hair, or 3. I think it's a slight indentation. It's kind of above his left eye. I don't think the camera's picking it up at all. I feel like you can get a glimpse of it just for a second. Can't pick it up. I might try to magnify the camera itself. When I say indentation, it's not like an indentation that I can touch. I just put a finger. So I don't remember the value. I've looked up the values of these things in nines and raw. I feel like that corner is dinged. Actually, it doesn't even look dinged. It looks too big. Like there's too much cardboard on that corner. Let's see if we can pick that up. That corner right there, you see, it's kind of, you can see the white, but up close, it almost looks like it's too much cardboard. Like by just the slightest amount. The centering, I think everything looks fine, except for that miscoloration. And I'm also, just an FYI, I'm going to look at this stuff off camera too. I see a fingerprint. There's that slight discoloration. The slight discoloration almost looks like a bubble, but it's not bubbled up. And then, like I said, it kind of looks like he had a few hairs that were stray from his head. And that's not what it is, but that's kind of what it looked like. And I don't know. I just don't know how much that will affect it. And the right edge looks kind of rough. So really, my original plan was to send in the 3 cards: the optic, the 2 optic, and the Donruss. But I saw those other Mahomes cards, and I didn't actually look up value on those. Okay. Let's leave this one up. Man, I don't know if I should send this one in. I was kind of hoping that the one grade I could sell. Let me magnify this. So right there, right above my finger, is where I'm seeing that discoloration. And then the hair thing, it's hard to pick up, but it's kind of underneath my finger there. And I'm going to try to reflect it back and forth a little bit. Kind of looks like there's 2 or 3 hairs sticking up. I don't think those are hairs sticking up on his head. It doesn't feel like an indentation, but it doesn't feel natural either. So So I'm unsure about this one. I don't know. I could always send it like the cheap route. I could send this one cheap. Like, it's going to be a long time before I see it again. And that way I just don't burn money. Because I could always sell these raw, too. Or one of these raw. Like I said, I plan on selling one of these Mahomes cards. I could always sell it raw. And, you know, go from there. Because I don't think they're bad looking at all. I don't think you can just sit there and look at it and be like 10, 9, 8. But I don't think you could sit there and look at it and go, well, it can be anything less than an 8. This one might be an 8. I don't know. I don't know how that discoloration works. I just don't know. I just don't know. So, and this is also kind of like when I get ready to send these in, I can go back and kind of. But I plan, like I said, I plan on looking at them again and taking notes. I do this, I'm going to do it right. Take the time. Like I said, money's the big thing on this for me. I can't afford to buy tins. So I'd like to grade any that I possibly could have that's a 10. So this, I haven't looked this up on eBay. I haven't seen how they're selling. And the same goes for this green one. These might be no-goes depending on that aspect too. I don't know if it's just me, but when the sleeve and top loader don't look that great, I throw them away. And I know top loaders are in short supply right now, but... So here's our 2 p.m. insert. I see a fingerprint. It actually looks like an old one. I don't think it's one I just put on there. So I'm not trying to touch the card straight on the surface. This one looks really good to me. And I don't know what magnifying this light does. I didn't look. I have the instructions behind me. But the little handheld one I bought has a light built into it. I have to put batteries in it. I think it actually goes a little further in. And obviously that's not one I can do. This one really looks good to me. Like, this really looks good. And I don't think, as of right now, I could ever say 10. It wouldn't be fair for me to be like 10. I predict a 10. I think that'd be for me personally, that's just not the way to go. To be like 10s. Oh, I see something. I see 2 little dots in the M of 2 p.m. I think it's ridiculous that I'm doing this video, and I'm not going to be able to pick them up, but maybe I'll be able to pick them up in a minute when I magnify the